how to create an IMDb page for your film. I have developed a guidebook for our Action on the Side projects because we create an IMDb page for all of our Action on the Side projects. Each time I went to create a new IMDb page, I would forget what I wrote the few months before when I last did it. So I've created this document that outlines how to do it, and I thought I'd show you how to create an IMDb page. I just want to show you, this is my personal IMDb page. I have IMDb Pro. IMDb Pro, here we go. Does cost money. It means you can get a picture here. It means you can update your own profile. You can find important information on people's contact information for agents, for cast and crew, and you can find a lot of extra information. So it's a good investment for actors. It's a good investment for producers. On IMDb, you see we've got all these producing credits, and most of them are related to Action on the Side. Oh, we've got a whole bunch of them. There we go, etc., etc. Alright, so with IMDb, the first things first is for your IMDb page is the film must have been completed, screened and uploaded onto YouTube or Vimeo, because you need to provide the link so IMDb can see the film and see that it's been finished. It also needs to have an official website. We create an official page on our Action on the Side website. And you need to check whether participants have IMDb credits already, because when you create an IMDb page for your film, anybody who already has an IMDb page, you can connect the credit to their page, and if they don't already have a page, you're creating one for them. So you need to check to see if they have one or not. So what we have for our Action on the Side projects is we have our pre-production spreadsheet, and we have the names of people who took part in the project, what their roles were, and here I have Imdb Handle. So if they already have IMDb, they can tell me what their handle is. The handle is when you look at the website, up here in the URL, imdb.com, if it's a name, it says name, as a film, it says title, etc. And then it's these letters here, NM, and a series of numbers. So that's my page. I'm going to show you a previous film. So our previous film, Exposure, that we made. Here it says title, TT, and it's got a series of numbers. So this is the page that we created for the last Action on the Side film. And what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to set up the IMDb page for our last Action on the Side film down below. So first things first, the new title form, there you go. Contribute.imdb.com, updates, update title. So I have this as a shortcut. So when you're adding a new title, they have this website that tells you how to do it, whether to capitalize or not, etc., different languages, how the words work, eligibility, important points to remember, TV episodes, and then here we go, it's time to add your title. So we click this. Okay, now I think me being an IMDb Pro member helps me to get these set up. Also, a few years ago, I was given a contributor status, so I can contribute to IMDb. So it makes it a lot easier, and when I contribute a film, it appears within 24 hours. I know when I first started, it took a lot longer for the film to appear. So we start with the title. So the film is called Down Below. It is a film. Status, released and screened, available to the public. Year 2017. I am, so you could be producer, writer, director, a member of the cast crew, a publicist, agent, official source, or none of the above. So I'm a producer, writer, director. Check these updates. So the way this works is each time it checks them, and if it's correct, then you can continue. It is a short film, less than 45 minutes. Okay, so that seems fine. It says it has warnings. There's already a film with this title, and we need to check that that it's not this film. So I'm just going to click these links and check it, that it's not my film. It's not. And this one, is it my film? No. Okay. So what we do is we say this is not an existing title, continue with Down Below, number 2. And normally what we would do is we would check IMDb when we're pitching the film and choosing the title for the film, and we would pick a title that doesn't already exist, but it looks like we didn't manage to do that last time. That's fine. Okay, we recheck these updates. Okay, that seems fine so far. This title has warnings before, you must provide other data. Okay, mandatory information. So here we go. It is a UK film, and the release date was the date that we had the screening. So the date that we had the screening for Down Below was November 2017, so we screened it on the 26th of November 2017. Now the attribute here, there's a whole bunch of different ways of recording information. They have this little arrow and lines here that if you click it, you can select options from. Because we do this often enough, I need to check what I normally do here. Mandatory information. Date of end of month screening, and I put action on the side in brackets. Because we have a screening, I've set up action on the side as an attribute here. If you have other screenings, you can add other screenings there. Okay, here we go. Miscellaneous link. So you submit your YouTube or Vimeo that's not password protected. So here we go. So I go down below on Vimeo, there's the link, and the description is vimeo.com full video. Then here we go, basic identifying information. So you need to put at least 2 items, but more is good. So country, ours is produced in the UK. If you have multiple countries, you put it in here. Order is order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which order you want it to appear on the page. Languages, it is in English, and you can put an attribute, but I'm fairly certain you can leave attribute free. So you could say it's silent, you could say if it's different languages. Just gonna leave that blank. I'm pretty sure I can do that. It's in color. Genre. Oh, so genre is quite good. So genre is, it is a short. Yeah, that's not a genre, but anyway. And I'm gonna put add 3 items. So short is one of the items, and then I'm adding 2 more. So I add 3 items here, but I can't put them in yet. Directors. Here we go. So my director is Christina. And I need to make sure I have Christina's name spelled correctly. So I go to here where she put in her name. I'm just going to copy this. Oops. And I'm going to paste it in here. Ah, she exists on IMDb. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check. So I click in here and I click this. And I see whether this is our Christina. She doesn't have anything on her page. That's interesting. I don't often see this. So I'm going to assume that Christina's gone and set up her own page, so I'm going to select that that's her. Attribute, usually empty, so we leave that there for directors. Okay, production information, budget. I don't put the budget in. Generally in film, you don't say how much you actually spent on your budget, because if you say it cost $5,000 and somebody was going to buy it thinking it cost $10,000, then you've lost out on money. I'm just going to leave budget blank, but here we go. Official sites. So what I need is from our Action on the Side website, actionontheside.tv. Okay, so I'm going to go here to previous projects, and under previous projects we have down below, so I can click its link here, and that will take us to its official website, which is this one here, actionontheside.tv, which has the information about it. So I copy this link, this is the URL, and then, just to check my guidance here, description official site. There we go. There we go. Distributors, now production company. Production company is Action on the Side GB. There we go. And we leave that empty. Okay, so here we go. Major credits, 3 items required. So we put in as much as we can. Our film has 3 cast, although technically it does have more cast because we have voice actors. So I could put in the voice actors too. It has 1 writer. It has, how many producers have we got? Just me. But we've got an associate producer as well. So I'll put 2 producers. Composers. Did we use a composer? It's a good question. I can't even remember. This is why I have the tabs open so I could see. No. We had Scarborough Fair by Gavin Farley, and that's it. So no composers. Cinematographer, we had a director of photography, and editor, we had 1 editor. So you see there's these core credits, major credits, and then there's other information. So you could supply other things as well. So we could put in the running times, we could put in the filming locations, we could put in the sound mix, we could put in the aspect ratio, we could put in taglines, plot outlines, plot summaries. I'm going to put 1 plot summary so people know what it is. Okay, and then we recheck the updates. So what it does is when it says add 1 item, it's going to come up and say add that information now. So yellow, we're all fine up here. Green means it's fine, they're happy with it. Here we go, they're happy with that, happy with that. Here we go. So we're a short sci-fi drama. It's a dystopian future. It's a relationship. So there we go. Christina does not have any existing credits in this section. Are we sure this is the right person? There are people with similar names in this section. Interesting. So we say this is the first credit in the section for. Okay. Here we go. Official sites are fine. Production companies fine. Major credits. Here we go. So we look here. Our first major credit is. Okay. So we had Lucy Williams was Mary. Actress. Lucy Williams. I don't think. Oh no. Look how many different Lucy Williamses there are. I'm got to check my website here. Lucy. She hasn't told me her IMDb. So now what I do is I very quickly, while I'm recording this, check to see if I'd already asked her what her IMDb is. So I go back through my conversation. Do you have an IMDb page? I don't currently have one. Result not shown. Lucy played the character of Mary. Lucy Williams. This is a different person not currently listed. XIV. This is Mary. And she's going to be order 1. So I put that because if you've got somebody who's very famous or who has a lot of credits, they go up in the listing. So if you definitely want your lead actors higher than other people, you need to put the order in. And it's converted it to surname, comma, first name. It used to be you had to exactly get it surname, comma, first name, and it would throw a hissy fit if you got it wrong, but it's worked that out. Sophie Forey was Elizabeth, who does not exist there, so that's fine, although we could go Forey Sophie. There we go. Who was Elizabeth, and we're going to give her credit number. Putting 1 as well, because they are the same. That's fine. Adisa, Charles Magoya, who does say that he has a... Who is this then? Who is this then? So we need to find out who this person is. Oops. Ah, why is he just down as Charles 35? That's silly. Okay, there we go. And then we have Alson Steiner, who's been in a lot of our films, who is a voice actor, who requested all these titles. And then we have Armando, so that is Da Silva, there we go, who got the American reporter voice. Okay, writers, so producers is me. Hey, there I am, and I was the producer. And then we have Alizada Leila. Oh, Gus Babden. Let's quickly check whether that was her. So what I do here is I just check to see whether this is a UK film, so it looks likely that that is her. Okay, so I can connect it to that film. Yeah, because she does produce other things, so that seems right. And she got an associate producer credit. Cinematographers, so we have here Gavin Farley. The editor was also Gavin Farley. Okay, running times, default 11 minutes. There we go. Filming locations. Now, what do I put for filming locations? Somewhere. Filming locations. Here, you put London, England, UK, and then you put location in brackets. There we go. Plot summary. So I'm going to go here to the plot summary. Refugees in a post-apocalyptic future. 2 sisters must make the ultimate decision. One or both will die. By T. Hetherington. I'm happy to put my name to that. People can easily see that the producer wrote that. Recheck these updates. Okay, haven't got it all right yet. Hang on. So we're good there, we're good there, we're good there. We're good there. Okay, we're good there. We're good here. Sophie Forey. Oh, this is a different person. Create a new page. We're creating a new page. Charles does not have any existing credits in this section. Is this the right person? This is the first credit in this section for Charles. Stina is here. character name suggests a word which suggests it might be an attribute. The word appears to be the type of information recorded separately in the attribute field and not included as part of the character name, e.g. uncredited to the archive footage, credit only, voice, and rumoured. Oops. Voice. So African woman, BBC presenter. There we go. Which means this one is also going to say voice, and we can take that out. African reporter. There we go. Anna's website is creating a new one. Okay, we're all good here, we're all good here, that's all fine, that's all fine. Recheck. And here we go, this is what it looks like when it's all correct so far. Okay, and you go submit these updates. Now, this is thinking, there we go. And I can always check and see how things are going. Now, with IMDb, we've set up the page. We didn't add everybody's credits. So if I have a look here, I've added Stina, I've added Layla, I've added Christina. But we haven't added our first AD, we haven't added our AC, or our script supervisor, or our stills photographer, or a hair and makeup artist, or a sound recordist, or assistant camera. So what we do is we wait the 24 hours for this information to appear, and then we can add information to the page.